In my previous correction to lesson number 7, I got trapped by this rule number 5. I was thinking if it's not from the LAN, it's from the Wi-Fi, then you couldn't get in, but that was totally wrong. I made a mistake. I got sucked in. So let's explain why that was a mistake for a moment. Router grouping is used to simplify user controls. Now there's layer 3 terminology and layer 2 terminology. We'll just address layer 3 for right now. Interfaces are methods of hardware to enter or exit the router and are defined as groups of ports and or hardware. If it is hardware, then it has a label such as power, wireless. So if we go ahead and look at our interfaces, notice WAN 1 is hardware with that name, and the power line is hardware with that name. The ports are all just Ethernet ports called Ethernets. And even the bridge up here is listed under interfaces. Now interface list, that's a grouping. A grouping of LAN equals everything on the bridge. So everything assigned to bridge becomes under the label of LAN. It's defined as LAN. So if we go over here to bridge, we find WAN 1 is assigned to bridge, ports 2, 3, and 4 are assigned to bridge, so is a power line. So these interfaces are assigned to bridge, but bridge is assigned to LAN as a label for it. So when we say in rule number 5, we say, let's bring it up, input chain to the router, in interface list, if it's not the LAN, if it's anything but the LAN, then we're going to drop it. The action is drop. So I mistakenly confused the LAN being the LAN network consisting of ether jacks with the term LAN, which is a label for bridge. So this is why it's easy to mess up in your firewall rules. So my previous correction was in error. I removed it. It doesn't exist anymore, and this is why it was in error. So this is preparatory for our next lesson, which we'll be discussing more about this grouping, these methods of grouping, which will help us in writing effective firewall rules. So that concludes this correction to correction lesson.